Hello, YouTube and all my alien armada out there. I'm Nate Allen, aka Hazix, and this is a quick video on Deadlock, the game that just got released by Valve. It's still in early development. I've been playing the playtest a lot. I have over 100 hours in the game. When I first started, my win rate was below 50%. It is starting to climb now after I've been watching other players play and have been taking notes on how they play and been getting better. With this, I want to help out others in the community by giving my general tips on the game. So if you enjoy me talking about Deadlock or playing Deadlock, or you learned something from this video, hit that like button and subscribe today. Join the Alien Armada. This is Sandbox mode. This mode is really important, especially for new players. I would say it's generally good for any player, but before you even get started with that, I suggest you take a look at your settings. This here is the reticle settings, okay? You can change your actual in-game crosshair and dot to configure it how you want it to look. I'm still getting the preference of the crosshairs down. I don't know if I like this all the way yet, but the point is that you can customize it to how you like it. So I suggest going into Sandbox, spending about 20 to 30 minutes playing around with the crosshair colors, dot, the opacity, I don't know how to say that word. That's going to help you with lining up your shots better. Second thing in settings, graphics, your video settings. I personally prefer to play on some of the lowest graphic settings. And why are frames so important? Frames are important because it helps your response time. It's going to help you line up more shots. It's going to help you be more accurate. You're going to get a leg up and an advantage on your opponent if your frames are higher, because you can just react just that much faster. Okay? So that's why performance is peak. You just want to make sure that your settings are great to get that maximum FPS. Next thing is controls. Okay? You don't want to go around this game trying to fight in Abrams and then die from a sucker punch to the face, because you're scrambling around to find your lifesteal button. Okay? Go into your controls, check your buttons, and make sure that you have mapping that is comfortable for you. You're going to get that playstyle as you play more games and experience different things, but that is important, right? You want to go into your settings, make sure you have everything mapped, because this game has actives, it has abilities as well as shooting mechanics, right? So you want to buy some items, right? Go ahead and grab an active like Unstoppable. This is basically a BKB if you've ever played Dota, right? And make sure that you can quickly activate it without any issue. Make sure your sensitivity, right? You want to make sure you have a good sensitivity, so that way landing headshots is easy, because you want to land headshots to get the most out of your ammo, to get the most out of every shot, right? This section here of the sandbox will help you parry. This guy will throw melee at you, and you just quickly hit your parry button to counter him. Now, this is really, really important, because you're going to be in situations where that parry button is going to mean life or death in a fight. Sliding is a very important mechanic to understand in this game. Majority of decent players that I've gone up against or even watched use the sliding mechanic to get the most out of their ammo. When you slide, you get infinite ammo when you shoot. A lot of pros that I've seen use a backward slide, especially bebops, to get a continuous fire laser and get the most out of their clip early. Last hitting and denying is very, very important. If you melee the creep, you get the full souls. But if you shoot, this little orb comes out, and if you don't hit that orb in time, you're not going to secure the souls. This dynamic changes past 10 minutes a bit when it comes to having people in your lane. There is no longer a split after 10 minutes, so all the souls you earn are yours. Which is the reason why split pushing past 10 minutes makes the most sense. This little area right here will help you get better at last hitting and denying. This will help you understand what your sensitivity should be. You can also hit the tab here to tweak settings in sandbox mode if you want to try different things. If you don't want to cooldown, you want fast stamina, let's say you want to switch out your hero, or you know, just want to try a bunch of different things in theorycraft. That's what this mode is for. So I suggest, if you're losing a bunch of games, get out, get into the sandbox mode, tweak your settings, feel your headshots. Okay, try to feel out your headshots to get better at them, and you should improve. So this is some Lady Geist gameplay that I got today. Basically, right after I recorded the Sandbox mode and was giving some tips out, I was like, let me just go ahead and go straight into a Lady Geist game and see what happens. And I want to say I got lucky that I got a decent Bebop who was landing his hooks. As you see, I'm trying to stay behind the creep wave, but also trying to secure the last hits here. I'm using melee. That's the thing about Lady Geist. She does use health to power her abilities, which can make it tricky when balancing that out and trying to harass the enemy. But what you want to do is you want to stay next to the healing creep. You want to stay behind your creeps. Try not to take too much damage. And peek. And toss those grenades from behind cover. I personally like to toss the grenade and try to duck behind cover quickly so the person can't fully see that I tossed it. That was a crazy hook from Bebop. So we secure the kill. Still trying to pressure this tower and pressure the haze by getting some harass off, and I'm also using the bomb to hit the creeps. The problem with that is that you don't want to do that too often, as you will see. I took a bunch of damage from the tower, but also it opens up the ability for the enemy to deny me if I use my bomb too far away from the creeps and the orbs start flying. I'm not able to secure the orbs. So you just want to be careful of that. Here, I'm missing terribly. I'm also adjusting to the frame rate difference recording versus like just playing by yourself, because I mean, obviously when you're recording it changes your performance. Alright, still securing some creeps. I noticed that my Bebop wants to get a hook, so I'm trying to not be, you know, in front of him. I'm trying to give him some space. I'm also trying to get my damage off on the enemy. Being careful of the tower. I think I was looking for the pick off on the Infernus here. That didn't work out, so instead I shift gears to pressuring the tower. Bebop caught the haze in the back. He was trying to do some weird stuff. I don't know what this haze was trying to do.
This is just a taste of what's to come.
Now they're both low, and what I'm thinking is I have the damage to kill them, but I just need this wave to get pushed in more. You can see my orbs are all getting denied, but I see the direction they're denying them from, so I'm like, okay, well, they're in this little room. Let's just throw my bombs at them. Bebop gets another sick hook. I feel bad for this haze, because the Infernus is basically just feeding. Now I'm here in their shop. This is, by the way, this is something I learned while playing. You don't want to camp in your shop too long if you're low HP. That is a noob way to deal with it. You will get killed, okay? People know how to dive towers in this game. They realize, like, if you go around that back area, you can completely evade the tower damage and get some easy kills by just going over to that shop. So if you were low, my suggestion is go all the way back to base, or quickly buy a healing right at the shop and then use it, and then get out of that area, because you will die. At higher levels, they don't let you sit and wait. Now I'm low. I'm backing now. We got good pressure on the tower. All our creep wave is pushed up. I spend too much time in the shop here. Okay? The players that I watch, or that I've watched play that seem decent, they usually know what they're going to buy, so before they even get to the shop, they like are already clicking and buying it, and then they leave the shop. You don't want to be at the shop too long. But here I'm getting great damage on the haze. I'm trying to also evade the tower damage. I could be sliding more. And see, they're denying all of my orbs because I use my nuke to blow up the creep wave, and they are within range to shoot the orbs. So what you need to do in this scenario is you need to pressure them more. You need to pressure them more if you're going to do that. Before you use the creep, it's before you try to blow up the creep wave, Either stay next to it so you can secure the orbs, or make them back and then do this. So we took the tower. Now we're getting creeps. I wasn't ready to really pressure their walker per se yet. I get caught out here with a sleep. I think I was looking to turn to use my ult to swap health, and she was out of my range, so I died. The Bebop did turn and get a kill, giving me the assist souls, so I wasn't too upset, but that was avoidable if I didn't get caught out. I could have used my zipline speed boost here, but I try to save it for moments when I need to go back to base really quickly and then come back in the lane. Pots have spawned a while ago actually, so it's good to start collecting them. They're great permanent bonuses to your character. In past 15 minutes, they start to equate to like a 500 gold item. Securing last hits. Farming now. The Haze decides to sleep me and walk up. The Infernus is also there, so I decide to back up a little bit. We got a Bebop who landed a bomb. And then the Infernus came up. I don't know why. So I punish it. Haze is here too. I realize I can kill this Haze too, because there's no Guardian protecting her now, and she's caught out. Bebop realized that quickly too, and we both decide to shift our focus. Like, I actually have no idea why the Haze decided to come back, but yeah, they ended up getting a sticky bomb in the face. Now I'm just farming. There's Infernus. I see him again. I'm gonna go on him, using my lifesteal. I'm stacking that damage. I don't want to take too much walker damage. I'm trying to evade it. So here I duck behind the truck and throw a sticky bomb behind his head, and boom, he is dead. And secure the kill. At this point, I decided to start pressuring blue because our purple lane is pushed up now into the walker, and blue still needs to take the Guardian. So I throw a bit of damage on McGinnis. McGinnis throws up the wall. I did kind of see that coming. And then I decide to back once I see the Furnace as well. I want to kill the McGinnis so bad here. End up getting the assist thanks to Paradox doing what Paradox does. That good old swap reminds me of like Vengeful Spirit in Dota. Then Furnace dies as well. Still pressuring blue. I'm thinking we take this tower.
This is just the beginning.
Or the Guardian.
From here only misery will fall.
Boom. Dead. Getting that good old farm. Once again, I'm trying to kill this McGinnis. Okay, I'll go back to farming. And then what I was thinking was maybe the McGinnis might come over here. And then if the McGinnis comes over here and sees that I'm low, I can ult her. And what do you know, McGinnis walks in. I pull off the ult. McGinnis used the wall again, and I'm like, what is the cooldown on this dang wall? I swear I just seen her use it. Then I just leave. I'm like, I'm tired of this. So what I just also did there was I used the I don't know what they're called, railways, whatever they're called, to basically travel. But what you want to know about it is it takes a few seconds for the damage immunity to kick in. So in that amount of time, what you want to do, or at least what I do, is if there's enemies, I'll jump on it and then I'll jump off and then jump back on again. That way, if they're shooting at me, they won't damage me while I'm on the railway. because if you get hit by a bullet while you're on the railway and you don't have invulnerability, you will be stunned, and that usually means certain death. I've done it to other enemies, it's happened to me. So yeah, just something you need to be aware of. I get around that McGinnis wall and kill the Infernus. Right now I'm just exuding what I have, like my power across the map. I'm trying to keep the lanes pushed in. I'm keeping farm. I'm throwing my nuke out to farm the creep waves and to farm the camps. I'm breaking every box I see. I'm breaking all the golden clay pots as well to get those permanent buffs in. And see, as you see, I'm getting faster at the shop. I knew exactly what I wanted. I was looking for that warp stone. You know, it helps with movement. And then I see that my team is pressuring green. They're fighting. It looks like they're winning the fight. So I'm like, okay, I know I can go push this blue walker now because there's no one else here. Oh, and then I see a turret. So I'm like, okay, McGinnis might be around. I check the camp again to see if it respawned. It actually respawns every 4 minutes. Take this camp. Sneak up on the Wraith. Throw some bombs. The bomb is ticking and ticking and ticking. One more nuke. End up catching the 7.
This is only the beginning. You will
We take the walker at green. Look, see, I did it there. I used the railway and then kind of jumped off of it a little bit to make sure that if I get hit, they're just hitting me in the air. They're not hitting me while I'm on the railway.
This is just a taste.
I jump and slide. We're trying to take this shrine now. This character, Lady Geist, I love her so much because we're pushing ability. That damage amp right now works on structures. I don't feel like that's something that's going to stay. To be honest, I can see that definitely changing. It's kind of busted.
Just a taste of what's to come. You won't walk.
You can also lifesteal the structures. I don't understand exactly fully why, but maybe lore-wise it works because there's souls in them or something. I don't know.
This is just a bit.
Okay. We catch the haze.
Starts with a
We're all backing, so I decided to back with my team. Last thing I wanted to get caught out again, just like it did before. I see an opportunity to get some souls in real quick. I think I was also debating it. I was looking at the map just to see where they are. This machine takes health, right? So you just got to be careful when using it. I killed someone who was using the machine and they were low, and I walked in on them and threw a bomb and killed them. So you just you just want to be careful when you're in there, okay? Learn the map, okay? I suggest playing bots. I played bots quite a bit in the beginning when I was like really losing bad, to get a feel for the map and to get a feel for the secret shop and the locations. Because you're gonna want to go to those secret shops quickly to spend that unsecured souls. Devin took a lot of damage, ends up getting blown up.
The blood will flow down Broadway. I spend life to take life. The end.
Now, I actually would love to explain more about Lady Geist and why I like her so much and why I choose to play the hero a lot, and give in-depth knowledge on what I've experienced playing with Lady Geist. But I want to do that in a separate video, so if you're listening to this and you're in the comment section, please let me know if that is something that interests you, or if you want to see me play other heroes and try to get to know them and give out, you know, guides or tips on how to play them as well. So at this point, we're snowballing out of control. The lead, the souls lead is substantial. I'm doing pretty well. We're getting farm, we're getting items. We're starting to snowball. Things have become easy. Once you start to take the walkers and get like one shrine, the game usually starts to get out of control from there. I'm not saying the enemy team can't come back, they can, but it gets very, very difficult. We have to like seriously throw for them to come back. Which I've seen happen before. You can throw against a haze, and a haze just runs in, ults your whole team, and you're done. Doing some damage. The Wraith cannot deal with this damage, just period. And the haze pops up. I'm using my lifesteal on the haze. I'm stacking damage amp on the haze. They were smart to try to leave, but then they show back up. I'm stacking my damage. For some reason, I don't pop the haze. This like warehouse area right here has a ton of boxes, a ton of golden pots, and a large camp. The only problem is it's very risky to take if you're playing from the amber side. So here, I'm throwing damage at the enemy, but I'm also stacking damage onto the shrine. I'm trying to make sure that my skills are kind of doing multiple things at once. If I can get the creeps, get the enemy and the shrine all at once in my damage, that's ideal. Here I chase down the haze. I get brazen here. I'm inside their freaking spawn zone here, trying to get more kills. Also just trying to survive. I end up using my ult wrong, and somehow I still make it out.
What's the meaning of this? For God's sake, die.
The reason why I say I made it out of there really was the movement. I have extra stamina, I have the boots, I got the warp stone. Like, it's difficult to pin me down. And recently I've been playing around with Majestic Leap as well, to try to get an idea of like what the movement, how much outplay can really happen with just movement in general in this game. And it's a lot. It's a lot. It reminds me of Dota with the Fog of War, but just like on another level. It's like you can completely outplay someone with just being accurate with your headshots and sprinting and dodging properly. You don't even need items if you use your outplay, if you use your movement properly around the map. That is why this game, in my opinion, has so much potential. Here I go for the soul urn. I don't always go for a soul urn as a Lady Geist. It's not necessarily really good for me. I'm not a mobile hero in any regard. I don't have mobile skills I can use before picking up the urn, so it's not really good for me to pick it up. But I'm feeling bold. My team has an advantage. They're pushing. The waves are pushed in. I think I can get this urn secured, so I went for it.
I can't help but notice you haven't dropped me off.
Right when he was talking crap, too. So now I go to help my team. I want the McGinnis. I want this McGinnis so bad. I miss, and miss. I'm dealing with the 7, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just take your help. Give me your help. I was asleep. I was taking a lot of damage, and boom, I got blown up. And the reason why that happened is literally I got caught out. It's what happens when you are up too far and you don't realize that your team is like way behind you or in another section and you're too close to the enemy. It's really that simple. It only takes like 1 or 2 disables and just like one other hero to kill you. Positioning is key, just like in any other MOBA, really. Still not popping my speed boost. I don't know why. I guess I'm thinking that there could be an emergency situation where they somehow get some lead and start pushing us in. And then I would need the speed boost for that. But nope, you're really, really ahead. You see the way I moved there? I didn't touch the ground. Instead, I used a dash, another dash, and then went back on the railway. It's to save time. You're trying to save time. You're trying to move in a way that is going to get you from point A to point B as fast as possible. And sometimes that means not touching the ground. It means just staying on the railway. Go for the large camp here, because at this point in the game, the large camp is pretty easy to farm without dying, and I felt once again pretty safe on our side. The lanes once again are pushed. I'm looking at the map. If the lane was pushed into us on yellow, or our team was struggling fighting the enemy, there's no way I can take that large camp like that. I really don't know exactly when the teleporters open. I want to say it happened sometime past 10 minutes, but that tech is very important to understand. So once again, I suggest playing bot matches. Play some bots, get used to using the teleporters and understanding the subway, the under levels in the map. Because utilizing those and understanding like what you're going to experience going into those areas will help you overall win more games. So my team got wrecked. I think they overextended without me. And because of that, I decided to secure another urn, which really helps them recover from losing that much, right? Once again, I take the gold pots, take the boxes, and get back in the teleporter to quickly move to the other side of the map because I saw that the Bebop was challenging the Wraith. I didn't realize the Bebop was just going to destroy the Wraith though. And then the Infernus tricked me a little bit here. They were like right in my vision, but then moved out. So I was like, did they leave? And then I turn around and they're still there. It was very confusing. I still don't know exactly what the Infernus was thinking, but they ended up leaving. I take the camp over here. I see my team is pushing. They're pressuring. They're trying to take that enemy patron. It's literally 2 hits from dead. So at this point, I realize we're going to win the game. So I'm just getting farm and trying to spend my gold, my souls, sorry.
Here's your chance to shape your...
Spending still too much time at the shop. And boom, that's a win. In the end, we ended up going 9-2 with 5 assists. I got the most healing. Not a bad game at all.